Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys for tapping in as always. Make sure you hit that like button and also hit that bell if you haven't subscribed already. That way you don't miss a video, man. I greatly appreciate you. So I've had a few guys hit me up and saying they're getting a lot of attacks in their sleep, in their dreams, and they just want to know how to stop it or why it's happening to them so much. So I really want to tap into this because I really do get this question a lot, and I've actually experienced this a few times in my journey as well. So this is a really good topic to get into, so make sure you guys stick around for the whole video because I'm about to tap in. When you are sleeping, you are going into the spiritual world, the spiritual realm. So when you're in that world, you have a light inside of you. Your energy is very high vibrational. So you will attract a lot of things into your life. This is why the chosen ones, the righteous, you're always being attacked. You always have something going on in your life that's trying to hold you back. It's for a reason. That comes with the gift. That comes with the territory. You're going to get attacks. But luckily for us and luckily for you, you have everything that you need to fight back, to protect yourself. But you have to know that for yourself. Nobody's going to tell you that. Once you become aware that you have the power, those attacks will stop. They'll slow down. What you guys got to understand is when you are sleeping, you are in the spiritual realm. So in that world, it's not a physical body. You ever realize in your dreams you never see your body? It's like first person view. You always just seeing from a first person perspective, but you never actually see yourself. That's because it's all energy. And in that world, energy is what matters. That's what you see. All right, it's just like when you look at the stars at night. The stars are bright, but then you have the moon. The moon is even brighter than the stars. And then you might have the planets sometimes that you can see that they're bright as well. So there's different levels of light that you see, and they stand out more than others. We're the same thing, just on a smaller dimension. We're like stars and planets and things like that walking around. We're light. All right. So when you're walking this path, and especially when you're chosen, your light is brighter. It stands out more. This is why you will attract more things. People look at the moon. If it's a full moon outside, you see the moon more than you see the stars because it attracts you. It pulls your attention. You pull things to you. You pull their attention to you. Okay. This is why when you're out in public, you get a lot of stares. You might catch people staring at you. They're not looking at you consciously. Subconsciously, their spirit can feel your spirit. They see things around you. They see your energy. But it's not them consciously looking at you. It's a subconscious thing. It's in the spiritual world. You feel me? You got an orbit around you. And a lot of people will feel that on you and they won't understand what's going on. But subconsciously, the spirit of that person is looking at you and they see you for who you are. When you are sleeping, you got to understand when you go into that world, you are powerful. You have all the power. There's nothing that can hurt you. That's your homeland. When you in the dream state, bro, that's home for us. Because remember, we are spiritual beings first. It's just that when we go to sleep, we forget who we are because we're so attached with the physical world, the physical body, and this world is an illusion. But we identify so much with this body that we forget that we're just souls experiencing life. All right. So when you go to sleep, you forget who you are. You forget all your power. And all those entities in that spiritual world, they know that you forgot. They know that you don't know yourself. This is why you're able to be attacked in your sleep. I remember when I was younger, I used to have dreams where I knew I was dreaming and I would be like Superman. I had powers. I could fly around. I could shoot fireballs. Command man's at it. I couldn't be touched. But as we get older, we forget that we have that power. And this is why we get attacked so much, especially when you start to find yourself again. If you don't realize who you are, and if you're not aware of who you are before you go to sleep, this is why this is going to keep happening to you. So in your defense, before you go to sleep, you got to make sure that you say your mantras, that you say your affirmations before you go to sleep. I am protected. Nothing can harm me. I am powerful. I am aware of my dreams, of my sleep state. And when you do this, you'll go into your dreams knowing who you are. And this is going to put fear in those entities when you sleep, because they know who you are. They're going to run away from you because they know they have no power. The only power they have is for you to be ignorant of your powers, right? You got to remember to do this now, right? Sometimes I forget. And then whenever I forget to do this and say my affirmations before bed, things will try to creep into my dreams too. But I always catch it, right? Because I know who I am. But you got to know who you are for yourself. All right. Especially on your SR journey. You have a lot of light inside of you, a lot of energy. So there's going to be things that want to steal it. They want to try to body snatch you. Why not? You know, if you see this being walking around with all this energy, high vibrations, things like that, why wouldn't you want to try to snatch that body and experience it? So you got to be aware, man, that even in the spiritual realm, there's things trying to attack you, even in your sleep. Right? They know you're vulnerable in your sleep because you don't know who you are. So they're going to try to get you there. You know, when you're awake, you're conscious. So they're not going to really attack you as much. They'll try to, but you understand who you are. In your sleep, you're more vulnerable. They'll try to catch you slipping because they know. They already know. Oh, he didn't forgot. Right? It's just like when we were asleep in this world. Before you woke up, you didn't really know what was going on. And this is why a lot of things happen to you against your will. But once you awaken, you was able to stop a lot of that stuff, a lot of those attacks. All right. So when we go to sleep, it's like us going back to sleep literally all over again. So you got to make sure that you are reinforcing yourself before you sleep. Right. I told you guys about that protection shield that you can do. When you imagine yourself in a light shield, right? A light bubble force field around you. You make it so reinforced that nothing can penetrate it. You gotta picture that in your head. And then you say, I am protected. Nothing can harm me. Nothing can penetrate my force field. And when you get into the habit of doing this, you'll see yourself getting less and less attacks. All right. I tell you guys all the time, everything's inside of you. You got to sit down with yourself and go within and learn about your powers, learn about your skills, your gifts, because we all have them. And some of us have different gifts than others. Okay. This is what getting in tune with yourself is all about. You have everything you need to survive in this world, to fulfill your soul mission. You have it all. You was born into this power. You was born into everything. All right. It was in your essence. The Most High didn't send you down here naked. You already had it. We just forgot along the way of living life. Right. We forgot who we were. But when you was a child, you knew exactly who you were. We used to have vivid imaginations to the point where the stuff we imagined was real. You know what I'm saying? What we created in our mind became real because we understood as kids that there is no limitations. The only limitation we have is the limitations we put on ourselves. And the more and more you live life and you start to take chances and face your fears, you understand there is no limitations. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if the people in this world, all of the innovators and radicals, put limitations on themselves and saying nothing was possible. I wouldn't have this mic. I wouldn't have this platform, this camera, this laptop. It takes for you to understand that there's no boundaries, that there is no limitations for you to become the best version of yourself. But you got to break those shackles in your mind. When we're sleeping, you got to break those shackles. You're not powerless in your sleep. You are like Superman in your sleep. And they know that. This is why they want you to be in the dark, so they can attack you, so they can steal your energy. This is why a lot of you guys wake up with nocturnal emissions sometimes. Now, not saying that it's bad, okay? Because sometimes when you have a nocturnal emission, it's for a good reason. Your body's trying to reset itself. But if you feel yourself getting them repeatedly, attacked, like every single day, that's not normal. That's an attack. That's a spiritual attack. So what you got to do is you got to start saying your affirmations, reinforce that light shield around you. You feel what I'm saying? You can do it. It takes practice, it takes consistency, but once you keep doing it over and over again, you'll get into a flow state and you'll realize that nothing can touch you, nothing can harm you. All right, now is the time for us to be waking up and starting to be aware of our true powers, our gifts. Okay, we living in that time right now. It's a beautiful time to live in. If you're watching this video, you already know what it is. You wouldn't be watching this video. You wouldn't have been led to this video if you didn't have something inside of you that wanted to break out, right? It's something inside of you that wants to break out and be free and wants to be better. That's why you're watching these videos. That's why you have these questions, because it's time for you to wake up. All right. So I just want to say this, guys, if you're having attacks in your sleep, make sure you are reinforcing your protection, your light shield. Okay. Make sure you go within yourself. Anything that you don't want in your life, get rid of it. Anything that you don't want to experience, get rid of it in your mind first. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to make this video, man. I hope it resonated with you guys. With that being said, if you want to donate to the channel, I'll leave all my links in the description and in my pinned comments. Also, if you need a consultation, I'll leave a link in my description as well. Y'all have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out. Peace.